Ontology is a branch of philosophy that deals with the nature of reality and the structure of being. It's concerned with questions about what exists, what kinds of things exist, and how we can know about those things. At its core, ontology is concerned with the fundamental nature of reality and the ways in which different things and phenomena fit together. It seeks to understand the basic categories of being and the relationship between them, as well as the properties and characteristics that different things possess. One of the central tasks of ontology is to distinguish between different categories of being and to determine the essential characteristics of each category. For example, ontologists might seek to distinguish between physical objects such as tables and chairs and abstract entities such as concepts or numbers. They might also seek to understand the essential characteristics that define these different categories of being, such as their size, shape, or the mass of physical objects, or their logical or mathematical properties. Ontologists also seek to understand the relationship between different categories of being and how they interact with one another. For example, they might consider the relationship between mind and body, or between physical objects and the laws of nature that govern them. In addition to these core concerns, ontology often touches on related philosophical issues, such as the nature of consciousness, the relationship between language and reality, and the question of whether there are limits to what we can know. There are many different approaches to ontology, and philosophers have developed a wide range of theories about the nature of reality and of being. Some philosophers, for example, have argued that reality is ultimately composed of a single fundamental substance, while others have maintained that reality is composed of multiple distinct substances. Other philosophers have argued that reality is ultimately subjective, and that our experience of the world is shaped by our own perceptions and beliefs. Still, others have suggested that reality is ultimately unknowable, and that we can only have a limited understanding of the world around us. In summary, ontology is a branch of philosophy that deals with the nature of reality and the structure of being. It seeks to understand the basic categories of being, their essential characteristics, and their relationships to one another, as well as related philosophical issues such as consciousness, language, and knowledge.